Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense set for a first down play.
Red 18. Red.
Give to the running back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Smoke 9. Smoke 9.
Gonna run it. It's Peterson. Plows through the defense. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
I love when you run this play because it forces the defense to react. Do you want to spin a safety down? Somebody better keep contained. Very hard to defend the jet sweep. It's a very good play, especially when you got somebody with speed taking that handoff.
Red 54 flex combo. Red 54 flex combo. Check. Blue 42 strong.
To the ground with the back. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose at the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Michigan.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Looking for a productive play on first down.
Ready.
Quarterback will audible.
Set.
Going up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got it. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he makes the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. A great catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Combo lizard! Combo lizard! Make it
They'll
happen.
start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Bo, bo, bo!
They believe they can run right here. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Here comes the offense on second down.
14! Blackfoot!
To throw, it's Jordan. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Oh, he tosses it back. He's going to let it go. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's dragged down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the...
Give him 6. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Let's go.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
This offense has a 2nd down play. It's a flea flicker. Gonna take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, they went flea flicker, hoping to catch the defense off guard. I got to be honest, David. I don't think the defense was fooled. It was almost as if they were expecting that play. There was nowhere to go with the ball.
And you're trying to make the big play, and you're trying to capitalize on momentum and trying to create something and hit the home run. But you're right. Nice job staying disciplined. You could tell when the running back took the football, he didn't want to run the football. You could tell he was flipping it back. Nice job by the secondary, forcing the incompletion.
Makes the grab. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Finds his tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He's gonna pass. He lets one fly deep. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And now on second down for this offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Back to pass, it's Penix. Unloads it left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Fires to the right. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
He chucks one out to the right. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Golden. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Red 29.
Quarterback checking off. Looking for a man. It's Penix. Quickly out to the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Black 14.
The give from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Black 18. Set.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. He caught it. Touchdown, Cougar! They take the lead with the 6.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return.
Let's go.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it.
White 29.
Dropping back, it's Jordan. He's got the tight end. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always... The ball's free! How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, what a break. Great job falling on the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, fall on the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's a good job by the offense.
Blue 30. Blue 30.
Power football with the run. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They want to throw it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Moss. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Pressure coming. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The defense will try to hold up one more time, under 2 minutes to go. With the catch, it's Brown. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football, fourth down. Great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Just a short pass to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Houston trying to hold on and run out the clock. Looking for space. It's Genty. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
Let's get
The offense lining up for a first down play.
Set.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to take a shot right away. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Man, and this defense is reeling already. First play of the game, and you give up an explosive play in the passing game just like that. They better collect themselves and buckle up and get ready to go.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. Trying to get to him. Using his legs to buy some time. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Buys a little extra time. He throws one to the left. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Then they strike first. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
Let's go.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Buckeyes in the hurry up.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. He's taking the shot. And it's picked off at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to find his man on first down. Coming after him. Pocket starts to collapse. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Let's go.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Blue 85.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down. And without that spin move, I'm not sure he would have gone very far at all, but a solid pickup on the play.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Offense gets set for second down.
Red 29. Red.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Running to Green. All kinds of running room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break.
All right,
It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field, his 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch.
Ready?
First down for this offense.
Single, single. Blue 22.
They'll try the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw. It's Penix. Dances away from the heat. He'll throw one to his right. Wide open. He makes the catch. Oh, the sweet feet. Open runway ahead. Touchdown. Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Ready?
First down here for the offense.
Double, double. Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. He makes a catch. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10.
Blue, set.
They go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle, safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players. You get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Red 83, switch. Red 83, switch.
Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's Milroe. Snags it over the middle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggies!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point was good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
Here we go.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again.
Get set.
Comes out throwing on first down. Scrambling away. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. And here comes the offense on second down.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gonna try to get it himself. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Penix. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Here we go.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Red 80! Red 80! Maverick!
The give to the tailback. Spins away from the defender. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And, coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
A strike downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
White 50. Dino!
On the ground, it's Genty. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
Ready?
They'll line up for a second down play.
Double. White 80!
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll let it go down the right side. And it's caught. Touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down.
Ready?
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again.
Let's go!
David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
Going up top. And that ball is picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's Jordan. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
Let's go.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Red 29.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Penix. Starting to feel a little pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage, they took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
After the second down misfire,
Black
looking at a 3rd and 8.
Black 14. Set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Let's go.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Ready?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
White 29. White 29.
Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Set, set. Ready? Snare, snare.
They'll throw it on first down. Going for the big play. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not nearly as much running room as he had hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive line.
Trying to beat the D deep. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Aggies. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll line up to go for two.
Blue 22. Blue 20.
He'll keep it himself. He makes his way in for the two, and now they trail by only 6. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
Let's go.
Offense set on first down.
Single. Red 80. Red 80.
He wants to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And he will house it.
Well, we know this offense can score points in a variety of ways. You saw it in the first half, and here we go in the second half. They're explosive. They've got playmakers all over the field, and they waste no time putting up another touchdown.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming.
Single. White 53.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18.
Here we go.
First down here for the offense.
Set.
Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Makes a guy miss, and finally brought down at about the 25.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Aggies are in the hurry-up.
Red 70 Black Saw.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Aggies are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
Set. Ready.
The pull and throw off the RPO.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5. 3rd.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Lets it fly. Snags it with the sticky fingers and strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown.